Birthday Hawa, Birthday Hawa Shai, Birthday Hawa, Birthday Hawa Shai, Call Halayim Wahwa, Al Hainel Yahweh Bahashem, Yal Shai, Bashir Kakudash, bless you Yahweh, bless you in the name of the only God and Son, Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit, our Spirit Holy. All praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yal Shai, Bashir Kakudash, and give a double honor to our apostles, elders, great millstone, peace and salutation to the elect. Yahweh being the true, mighty, powerful name of the Heavenly Father, who working he calls God, Bahashem is in the name. Yahweh Shai is the only God and Son of the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew, alright, which means he the deliverer. Yahweh meaning he exists, he to be. Alright. He is. And Hashem Chadash meaning in the name of the Spirit Holy. Alright, I'm the brother Mappa from the Great Millstone Plains Camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. Come with another wee lesson. First double honors to the apostles of those great millstone, if I haven't said that. Shalom to the elect and the 1/3. Elect 1/3. Starting with the prophets, the Nabiyayim of the 144,000, the men who are servants of the Lord. Israelite men, that is, particularly so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. Israelite foreigners, alright. And of course, the great peaceful multitude, of men, women, and children who are not prophets but are believers in the words of Yahweh Hashem Yal Shai, and these are Israelites as well. Alright, you're gonna have Israelite foreigners looking like this woman here on this screen, looking like Adawam, so-called weak woman, but actually going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Alright, and that's what this lesson is centered about, is really the return of that feminine, nurturing, obedient, submissive spirit, okay, amongst our women, because our women have been gone about being proud and whoring after other gods and rebellious against their actual men, okay, and have become nothing but adulterers, alright, and it has destroyed their image themselves. It's our glory, have destroyed it, but it's going to be restored, alright, and it's going to get restored by the way of prophecy, okay. So the first scripture which I want to start on in is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and 1, which I'm just going to read it off of my Bible, and it says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High," which is a book of all laws, statutes, commandments, the Bible, alright, and is occupied in meditation of, which is a deep thought, will seek out wisdom of all the ancient, alright, our ancient forefathers, okay, prophets, and be occupied in prophecies. So we're occupied in prophecy, which to be occupied means to be busy or active, and that's what we are, as you see us doing these different videos, that's us being occupied within prophecy, okay, actively reminding you of the report that this is going to be true, okay. He will keep or preserve the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also, okay. You have one big prophecy, for us out there, brothers, is the book of Isaiah 4:1, okay. Now, first I want to go to the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and 33. Okay, and I'll do, try to play this video. And you can see it says regular folk supper are common, right? 200 years ago, March 18:20. I believe this is inspiration of how that would be, and everything being made from scratch. Okay. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna mute this audio, and then just play it. You know, you got wood, ancient fire. There's some food there. Some bread, some veg, and some meat, soup. All right. Obviously within season 2. So this is Sirach chapter 39 and 33, which it reads. It says, "All the works of the Lord are good, and part of the works of the Lord was the Lord creating man and woman." All right. It's a blessing when a man and a woman agree with one another. Her being under, of course, his command. Under his order. Okay, that's one thing that is a delight, a great delight to see. Which is written within the scriptures. It don't take that much either. It says, "And he will give every needful thing in due season." For many of us, that focus on the ministry, a lot of us, we're a bit deprived of certain things. Women can be one of that, but hey, we focus on being servants of the Lord, okay, to the best of our ability, and the Lord have it where, at the current time, we just be focusing on His word. You may have it where you try, to maintain a wife or maintain women, etc., but it just don't work out, and that's all of the Lord. But the Lord says He will give every needful thing in due season. Okay, in that particular time. Okay, season. Hey, we in a season to be working. All right. Most of us to be doing, multiplying the Lord's talents and preaching His word. Feeding the sheep. The Lord want us, for many of us to just literally just, like I say, be doing that. All right. As Paul says, it's not good for a man to touch a woman. All right. He just focused on the ministry. He could tend to the ministry without distraction. All right. But hey, you'll have the desire to have a woman, which we actually want a woman, true woman, which, as you see on the screen, that's a woman right there. That's an actual servant. All right, because that's where the etymology or the root of the word, all right, woman mean. It means to be a servant, a female servant. All right, to wait upon. Okay, as she's preparing all on her own at her home or home of her husband. She's preparing a meal for him. Okay. I don't see her sitting on her bum watching TV or something like that, or playing PlayStation or any of that, right now. Not to say that there's not a time to sit down and relax, but she's actually doing her actual role, God-given role, all right, to be a nurturer, keepers of the house, all right. So let's go to the next scripture, okay, because we have our, mission we must follow, and this is Proverbs 21 and 21. That's one of the precepts. It says, "He that followeth after righteousness," law, statutes, commandments, that is, right, "and mercy findeth life," righteousness and honor. Okay, so these are promises, vows that are upon us. "He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life," and we have found life in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, righteousness and honor. Okay. Us as men, it tells us that we're supposed to our whole duty of man, which I'll get that real quick. This is yes, in the book of Ecclesiastes. Just give me one moment. I'm trying to get all of these in the physical scriptures, what I got written down. Give me one moment. Yeah, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. It's right in front of my face. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep the commandments. Where this is the whole duty of man. Okay? Which the word duty which they don't have it here. I believe a duty is like what you're assigned to. Let me see, I'll just get it real quick. Like her duty is to serve her man, and that's her honoring the Lord. Okay? Duty is our moral or legal obligation due to laws, tasks, or actions required to perform. Okay? Law, statutes, commandments. Okay? You see that she getting all the little bits and scraps through it and such. Alright, just let that play in the backdrop. Next precept is going to be Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Okay, and like I said, for Isaiah 4 and 1 to happen, you have to have a breakdown within society to make it where a woman would want to be this way. All right, or these girls are females to be this way. All right, this is they're not being women at this time for the most part. Isaiah 32 and verse 9, it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease." You're at comfort, without any cares, right? "Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage, the provision, the harvest, that is, okay, that which come in, which that comes in the form of all these different social government programs and different benefits that you can get. The scriptures talk about you have received benefits, but I have not known the Lord. Okay, well, it's going to be a prize to know a man of the Lord. It's going to be a prize to be a believer and have faith. Okay, because we're going to see that you trusting in man is going to come to naught. All right, vain it is to put your trust in man. It says, for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. All right, it's going to get cut off. All right, it says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, be in a mournful state." Okay, they shall lament. You're gonna cry, howl, bitterly, right? For the teats, for the pleasant fields, all the different nourishment that comes from these governments and such. You're gonna lament for the pleasant fields and for the fruitful vine. All right, which you was able to get so much out of it, without a worry. Loads of you don't even have these skills in which this woman actually is displaying upon this screen. She's using Dutch ovens, cast iron. Most women don't even have freaking sufficient cooking items, let alone cast iron, or can cook. This is hey, it could be made some turnips and beef stew, for her man's liking, and this is supper. She's doing it all in order, not just cooking it, but having a good presentation for it, cooking it and also having it in the proper storing units to be served, all right, to service her family, her man, okay? These are the different duties in which are going to come back, and this is what women are going to go back to becoming. Time of Jacob trouble, you can have women that's going to get back in this natural role and sense, heat covered up, all right, symbolizes her being covered by a man, all right, and paying reverence that glory, all right, the hair, all right, should only be beheld by her man, all right. That's a woman's glory, is her hair, but the woman is our glory, all right. Well, anyway, continuing forward, it says, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns, briars, yet upon the houses of joy in the joyous city, and that's going to be thorns and briars, it's going to be emptiness and such, all right. So it'll be wise for you women to take heed to your actual natural order, all right, which is to be under men. Go back, of course, to Corinthians, and speak about the actual order of the household, okay, which I'm gonna read the book of Malachi, or Micah chapter 7, and what's it? I forget the precept. That'll tell you that Micah 7 and 10, right? Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is thy God, the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden on as the mire of the street. And we have many of our women, they're going to actually see, are these females, they're going to see the prophecy. They're going to actually see the prophecies occur, and then without having that covering, because many of our women have, went and left their covering, which would be their covering, their hiding place, is their man, okay? A man of the Lord specifically, all right? But they have, left that, so, what's going to come upon them is, much judgment, source judgments and such, all right? I'm going to get Isaiah chapter 4 and 1. Alright, I'm going to have to get it actually in my laptop. Not on my tablet as well, so I can go into some words. Alright, trying to make this very quick. Isaiah 4 and 1. And just as, we got of our people, our enemy, women being our enemy, well, you have it, the wicked side of it is the left hand side of it is them being destroyed, but then you're gonna have the actual righteous side of it is where you have the elect women actually be the selected, predestined women by the Lord to be paired up with men of the Lord, all right, and to be delivered, all right, but they're gonna have actual value, to give, to the man, all right, in the form of them listening and being obedient, okay? Let's just go read it. This is Isaiah chapter 4 and 1, all right? Like you see her coming home. She done went out from work. Give him a wee kiss, on the lips, a hug, an actual genuine hug, because loads of these chicks trying to give you a hug, separating their bodies away from you and stuff like that. body language one-on-one. She ain't really all about you. She actually look genuine, look at him like damn in his face, with the kiss, you know. Most of these women so through, ran through, they can't even like I said, it's just like make it they don't want to make it too vulgar, just like a Zanah harlot. They pretty much they close their eyes when they were dealing with different Johns and such. They can't even fathom looking, 'cause they done did so much, and they know that what the intimacy, the physical connection that will come when you look somebody in the eye and stuff, But going on, yeah, she coming bearing gifts, man, fattening man bones, right? It says, and in that day, 7 women, or complete number of women, that is 7 representing completion, all right, shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat, and pardon if it's sluggish and such. Just get the message. It says, let's see, I could try to make it a bit better. Saying, we will eat our own bread, and wear our own apparel. All right, have our own things, right? Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay, there's gonna be a complete number of women, and they have shame. Reproach is going to shame from the different sins in which they committed. All right, they're gonna want that to go away, because in the time of judgment, people are going to be reminded of the things they've been done. Those are people, when things become, like I said, I would say, quote unquote, biblical, or, like they feel like it's biblical times, which is always biblical times, but we have the end of days, the end of someone's life. Those are people want to get then spiritual. Okay? Acknowledge that there's a power in seeking mercy, having uncertainty of what's to come after. Is they don't want really a bad judgment. For some people, you have it where they believe in Shawwal, which is like I say, of Greek mythology, the Shawwal of our hell, of a place of continual burning. That's a lie, all right? But you have it where they send their wanna escape something of that nature, which, like I said, that's not even biblical. It's hell is the grave or condition, all right, of it's a condition, a state you're in, all right. Catching hell, I'm going through hell, bad times and such, and this is destruction, all right. But it's the grave, all right. Yeah, many people, they get into the modes where, hey, they want to not to be judged in a way that will be bad, all right. But that's what's gonna come. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 14. For the power will bring every work into judgment. Like, have you doing that man wrong, that's a man of the Lord, okay? That's gonna come, of course, in judgment, okay? With every secret thing, the things you've done and concealed from, all right, the men are of the Lord, that you thought you didn't, that it wasn't saw by him. Well, that's seen by the angels that have the report, okay, that heard your words, okay. It says whether it be good or whether it be evil. So the good and evil is weighed out in the balance, okay. Let's continue forward. Back to Isaiah 4:1. Okay, so they shall take hold, and they're gonna seize. That's gonna be a seize. When you take hold of something, that's a seize. All right. No, we're not gonna have as you see on the scene, some Italian sausage from pork based. No, she's gonna come with if she has fed, like you had it where in the past you've had the Lord sent his prophet Elijah, which was in my prior lesson I did in the book of 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. He told him that he had a widow who's going to sustain him. Okay? All right? After the brook dried up and the ravens fed him all the, the meals from morning to eve and such. I'm going to go back to his account. Our Kings, for 1 Kings 17 and 9, it says, "Arise and get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Sidon, and dwell there." A heathen land. Dwell there, or stay there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman to sustain thee. Okay? So they're going to come, as it said, eat their own bread and wear their own apparel. You're going to have women that actually have some things, okay, to give to us in order to obviously get their blessing of salvation. Okay? Kawal, sustain. Kawal just mean a support, nourish. And remember, the scriptures say that a woman's role in general is to be a helpmeet. All right? Which, let's just get that back in the book of Genesis, chapter 3 or 2. I gotta look back. Probably the second chapter. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, and 18. And then the Lord Yahweh said, "It is not good that man should be alone, but I will make a helpmeet for him." Okay? Helpmeet for him. The word for help meet, let's see, make or create, help meet. Izar, which Izar means help. Okay? A succor, one who helps, a support. Okay? Having in the form of it could be she have a dwelling, you may be, as we're going to be pilgrims on the earth, she can have something just to help you, sustain you, which ultimately will sustain her. Okay? And if she elect, like I said, she under your covering, she could be delivered. Okay? Let's go back to the video so I can continue to show it. And fair use warning, I don't the footage off of Early American, I do not own them. It was for educational purposes only. Okay? Going again, Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, "We will eat our own bread." All right? Or lacham nawa, I believe that will be. Lacham nawa, na, a call. All right? Eat. Okay? And then you got what is it? And wear our own apparel. Going into their own garments and such. Okay, woman in that day, she's gonna be she ain't gonna want to be a burden, onto you. She's gonna be convincing in every way to not be a burden, because many of these women have been burdens onto us. Okay, not being working with what a lot of us men of the Lord got and stuff. You have it these days. These women, they want to they want to take your bag for themselves, and that's it. What can you do for me? Well, what can you do for me? Really, us. Which really, like I say, in them time, look, It'll come back to the time when you got to be in one unit, with man, okay? Being as one flesh. You got to be in that spirit of being just as you do for yourself, you're doing for your man, okay? Yeah, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, okay? And that is, of course, due the act of sex, all right? That's going to make that joining together, all right? Like, look how beautiful it is. This chick using molasses and all this. It looked like, yep, see? A lot of chicks don't even know what molasses actually is. I actually know what it is. You have it where a lot of us men, we actually have become cooks and all that because we don't have, which, like I said, a lot of us in ancient times were cooks, all right? And meal preparers and stuff and had these different skills and such, But, hey, and I teach it to my own woman. You have brothers. I've had a elder brother within the camp tell me that pretty much I don't have to require it, which I already know this already, because in MGTOW and all of that, which most of the MGTOW guys are red pill, manosphere guys. They get a lot of their concepts from us. All right, really the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and going on down, and about of course, saying that women should know how to cook and clean and, keep house and sew and do their things and stuff. Well, yeah, loads of us have these different skills, to cook and all that and use these natural items and stuff. I use natural molasses. All right. Native Americans use molasses. All right. Gad. All right. Or God in Hebrew. All right. Sweeten things up. All right. Okay. Yeah, a lot of chicks never even seen molasses. What's that? Well, you get acquainted with it, Hey, but if she don't know, hey, she can learn, okay? We'll give her that wisdom, through my instructing, all right, advising and counsel, okay? Well, and all you see in here is the different chief things: butter, honey, milk, butter, the grape, oil, clothing, fire, water. That's what you see here, the principal chief of things and such. It's going to be important for a woman to have these skills, all right? Which, hey, she'll get it, They'll get it. The Lord going to put His Spirit and make things happen. All right, and look, hey man, like just I'm not gonna rant too much, but I see loads of the chicks that do try to look at, like, say, Hebrews, like, lessons and basically lessons from the prophets and such. They're like cooking meals and stuff. You can see on their playlist they're looking to learn different meals, how to make bread, unleavened bread, etc. These are skills, which actually add value to yourself. Okay? This is, remember, they want to take your name to wicked or approach. And as the scriptures say, that, this is Sirach chapter 40 and 19, children in the building of a city, which is the kingdom, continue a man's name, but a blameless wife is counted above them both. Okay? Above children in the city. So that's a high worth. And, women, like I said, they're going to get covered through us, and their shame is going to be taken away. All right? 1 Timothy 2:15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with all sobriety. Okay? But that's how your salvation is going to go. Childbearing. All right? Part of your womanly role. All right? Which it's a blessing to be able to bear children for the elect. That's where the kingdom, all right, is being replenished, all right, through the seed of the elect, all right, in Yahweh Shai's kingdom, all right, and that's That's going to be beautiful. This is Isaiah 46:13. This was I didn't have it written down for this lesson, but through the Spirit, it's already here. It serves perfect for this lesson. It says, I will bring near my righteousness. It shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will place salvation in Zion, for Israel my glory. All right, which is gonna be beautiful. Look at her. Look how you used to call this artisan this is, and handmade and handcrafted and ancient. I like things of this, like this. I'm really liking Italian sausage, but I like home cooked meals and stuff, because I cook all my meals pretty much for myself, But this is beautiful, man. The women gonna go back. Isaiah 4:1. Women are gonna go back to being obedient and homekeepers. All right, under her man in the time of Jacob trouble. All right, which is soon upon us. All right, because look, if they're cutting off the grid and all of this, they're different things anyway. Things are gonna go back to how they were anyway, ancient times. Okay, plunge this back hundreds of years and such. Going back to just basic fire, kindling, being able to kindle fire, being able to cook, being able to sew up some clothes and all of that, being able to survive. Okay, so these things are to be esteemed, and like I say, look how beautiful and feminine it looks. All right, like loads of you women, like there's women out there, or chicks out there that think that this isn't how she's supposed to be. Instead, she's supposed to be wearing some trousers and somewhere, and just pretty much just doing a really a man's role and such. No, you should be able to do these things. Be able to cut a cabbage, even know what a cabbage is, because loads of chicks don't even know what vegetables are. The only thing they know is whatever is on the menu at the store that has at the actual restaurant that has the highest price, and that's based on if that man paid the highest price that day. That's whether you gonna give him a shot at that box, that korban, that which is between your legs. Okay, on that day, you're gonna wish that a man of the Lord, that you have of course the ability through the Spirit, to serve a man of the Lord. All right, to do these different rules, so you can bring rest, be a pillar of rest onto him. Because in the time of Jacob trouble is going to be what trouble? You think that he's going to want to add upon him another trouble, a burden? No. All right. So this is a good exhortation. Calling to one side. To the actual, look at the apple cider vinegar. To the sincere, believer sisters that are sisters, which they're going to be getting order anyway, in the time. All right, and there are going to be Israelite foreigners, a lot of them too, that's going to get delivered. I can speak on myself, I like a lot of Israelite foreigners. I like women that look like certain nations and such, like eat like her, like a chick like her. I like a woman that look like pretty much like a Edomite woman, just like how Solomon did, or different other heathen nations and stuff like that, Hey, but are Israelites though? They're actually Israelites, because us intermingling with the nations being scattered. Hey, we may look like the heathen nations. Well, in the time of Jacob trouble, you're gonna have them Israelite foreigners come back. All right, they're gonna come back to the men of the Lord. They're gonna they want to impress us. Gonna want to be able to, provide, whatever our desires be. Because remember, that's the role of a woman anyway. her whatever our desire, our craving, or longing, all right, is, she's gonna want to do. Okay, and you can find that back in Genesis. All right, there's nothing wrong with all the things I said, because all the things I said are within the scriptures. If you don't like it, it's because the Lord's not dealing with you. All right, you don't like the natural order of the Lord. It don't matter. But that woman got a natural glow off of being feminine. Don't you want to be like that? Okay. Unto the woman, this is Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. All right. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, labor pains and such. This is why. And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right. There's nothing wrong with a man asking, I want, this particular bread. I want this particular lunch. I want this particular dinner. All right. I want you to be looking a certain way. There's nothing wrong with that. You should want to cater to your husband's desires. Okay. Scriptures talk about how a virtuous woman is, scriptures talk about how Sarah called her husband Lord, okay, Abraham, okay, our master, yeah, man. Housewife, being a housewife is going to be a good thing. All right, let's see if I can read Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31. And verse, let's see, I'm gonna get to another lesson, another video. This is Proverbs 31 and verse 10. It says, who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Right, a virtuous woman. All right, we're gonna have this in the kingdom. All right, women gonna get back in order before then. All right. But going on, it says she's going to do it to the best of her ability. It says, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willing with her hands. As you see, everything this woman is doing right here, which symbolizes a virtuous woman, is going to be work done with her hands. Even pouring that mayim within the kawas cup, by kawas. It's like everything looked like an art, in the porcelain cup or whatever, into the cast iron pot to make the rice. Everything look artisan. You got men, like I said, this is what we want to see, working with your hands, not just going out to this store and, all right, they gave me a pie that was made by the store baker. No, you need to be the baker. Okay? Like I said, every brother's got their preference, but things are going to go back to that. Servants making our, food, in the kingdom. Women, like I said, y'all got things y'all going to have in the kingdom where your servants are going to make the food under your instruction, what you want for your household, which you're going to want to please your husband. Okay? Boil them beets till they tender, and they got to be this amount of tenderness, not anymore. If not, you servants, do more worse. Hey, it's going to be punishment. But going on, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willing with her hands. Yeah, actually wanting. Okay. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. Right. Bringing things in. Like ships bring things from afar. All right, and these things are most of the things that brought from afar. They're precious things and stuff too. It's not just normal things. Okay. She rises also while it is yet night, and she giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. Right. So her role is to provide for her household. All right. She'll wake up super, early, whatever required, just to get whatever job to be done. Okay. It says, this is verse 16, 31, Proverbs 31:16. She considereth a field and buyeth it, and with the fruits of her hands she planteth a vineyard. With the work of her hands she plant a vineyard. Okay? All with her hands, man. She considered a field and buyeth it, man. Why? To help it's gonna bring a furtherance to us, to her household. Okay. Because like I say, it's a business contract with marriage too. Okay. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Right, what she produces, what she can actually make up. All right, that is good. All right, that's good. Not no subpar stuff, mediocre. All right. It says her candle goeth not out by night. That's that spirit. That diligent spirit to wanting to give and be proper wife. That's don't go out at night. She always gonna have it. Cause you got women out here, just because they sealed a man, then like they'll come at first, being like I say, it's called a bait and switch, being, all like the perfect woman. You'd be like, damn man, this woman, she buys me things, she make me things, she considerate for all of the different things that I like. And then when they get actually the marriage, then they just stop and they show their true colors. Well, no. You're the elect women, their true colors to be complete nurturers and smiling and doing all that, tasting the chicken. Damn, the chicken good. Taking it, like you will be, when you cook, like me, when I cook, I might be in the spirit where I'm like, damn, this so good. Let me taste it to see if it's good, And she already had a she know her merchandise is good. It's a good visual presentation of that. She know it's good. She like, yeah, this good. Like I know this from being a cook at my house. Yeah, I know this gonna be good because I always pray before the Lord too. Before I cook, I be like pray, that's brought y'all lots about my call you. Basically, I pray to the Lord to bless my hands to cook my food. Baruch, Yadya, bless Yadya, my hands. La Tabak, to cook my kalya, my food. All right, or what of eat. She got the chicken shredding it. Look at that, man. Beautiful. The little smile on there, shredding it up, having actually, because it's a spirit when you cook too, This is beautiful. It's not like you just cooking extra angry and such. You got to do it. No, it should be, you should actually want to cook. All right. That's been lost in this super accelerated, super processed, overly processed society where people don't even want to cook. They want, like you see this shredded chicken with parsley or cilantro and onions already pre-packaged. You just bring it home and just dish it out just like that. This chick actually cutting shallots or onions, a kind of onion species, and got the beef. Even the beef there is artisan. You know what I mean? Here it's all with the wax paper. You know, we got foods, but then they got the bacon. That's pork bacon, but you know, you get the picture. But she said our women gonna be preparing all the kosher foods and stuff. All right, it's gonna be beautiful. Let me get back to the scriptures. She said she laid her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold this staff. All right, going into being able to knit, etc. Right? She stretched out her hands to the poor, yeah, and she stretcheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. You know, yeah. Going on, she maketh herself covering of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Yeah, you know, good linen and such. All right. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth upon among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivered girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing. Okay? Which is going to be through us, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Call Loyim La Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Bashem Kodash, man. You know, this actually is a you know, a calming, you know, to see, you know, when these women be in order. You know what I mean? It's coming, brother. So, you know, let's continue to endure, you know, till the end. Shalom to the elect. Brakte Habashem Al Shai Bashem Kodash for having mercy on us. You know, and shalom to you Aquath that's gonna listen and get in order and be paired up with the men of the Lord. Shalom.